Welcome to the Daily Influence, where our mission is to deliver a daily dose of positive influence that can uplift you personally or be shared within your sphere of influence. While not every episode may directly apply to your unique circumstances, we strive to provide insights and inspiration relevant to most people's daily, weekly, and monthly lives. Whether you are tuning in during the morning, noon, or night, the Daily Influence is here for you. Listen, share, and embrace the power of influence in your life. Hey everybody, Brian Smith here with the I and Team series and the Daily Influence. Today we're moving on from accountability to consistency. And the fact is that the two together are one of the most powerful human advantages that we have. Consistency can come to all species. Animals can be consistent in their behavior through instinct or through learning, and it can be applied and it can be changed through behavior changes and influence that comes from that, or how we influence can change if something is consistent or not consistent. We can learn consistency. When we do something over and over again, it can become habit. Consistency can also be good or bad. There are things that we do in our lives that are consistently bad, and they create obstacle for us. They take away advantages. They get in the way of opportunities. And this can be through behavior, through policy and procedure at work, through our relationships or our communication, through tactics that we do repetitively. And oftentimes we just rely on consistency or on those repetitive, regular tactics or actions or behaviors just because it's comfortable. And why would we do it different? Or we get in that comfortable focus and we don't even identify that we are doing something consistent that is getting in the way of progress, taking away advantages, not allowing us to take advantage of our opportunities. Accountability is the powerful side of that, is because when we hold ourselves accountable to consistent or inconsistent actions, then we can measure and we can apply remediation to those things. There's a lot of examples of inconsistency, and there's a lot of examples of consistency and how they mix. I'm particularly drawn to the fact that we have consistently tried to teach our children to, well, be good children, be good parts of our family, prepare them for adulthood. However, as our ability to do things increased, as our success increased, as we made more money, as we could do more things for our family, we were consistent in our effort to make our children and provide our children with the best environment we could, while still instilling in them responsibility, accountability, positive consistency. But we were inconsistent between children. And it really was because our children were so far apart. Kristen is 14 years older than my youngest, Henry, and Mary is really smack dab in the middle. And being the middle child can be hard, but she also bore the brunt of a lot of it. Kristen was away for most of Henry's childhood, meaning that Mary was there through most of it. And some of our consistent actions that spoiled Henry or paid attention to Henry or provided to Henry some advantages of our success also provided to Mary inconsistencies when weighed against how or how we did things when she was younger, or even to her sister. That all bore out in Henry's sports with BMX. We got comfortable focus. We got all consumed in that environment, and we were very consistent about supporting Henry in that environment. But within that support, within that comfortable focus of what we thought was positive, we were ignoring Mary's needs as a young adolescent. And it created disadvantages for her. It created obstacles for us, and it created challenges that we had to overcome. The culmination was Henry coming to us and quitting a sport because we were being overbearing, blinded by our focus, blinded by our own comfortable focus within what that environment brought to us individually and what we thought it was bringing to him, but it wasn't. And it took somebody to shake that up. And that is how accountability and consistency can really work together. When somebody will hold you accountable for both good and bad consistent behavior or good and bad tactics, we can address that consistency. We can understand it from a better way or a better understanding, and we can turn consistent bad behavior into an opportunity. We can convert consistent positive behavior into further opportunities and take advantage of them. And when we combine accountability and consistency, we get a powerful human tactic that no other species can employ. No other species can use accountability as an opportunity to improve consistency, improve tactics, improve what it is we have, and develop good habits. And consistency isn't just in action, it can be in words, behaviors, it can be our thoughts. So we can be inconsistent or consistent in a lot of different ways in our life. And slowing down, having focus on ourselves, going through that reflective state that we've talked about in the past, being honest with ourselves, not justifying our actions. When we do things consistently and we get used to them, we often can find ourselves justifying those consistent actions and being biased towards the change, being biased towards hearing what might be an alternative to that thought process, that tactical application, or whatever it is that we're doing consistently that might not be as good as it can be. So the idea is that we can slow down, challenge the consistencies in our life that we understand, look for those patterns that have become consistent habits, and say to ourselves honestly and thoughtfully, can we do something that would help us be more accountable for the influence we have through our consistent habits, through our consistent thoughts, through our consistent actions? Is there something that we can do that will hold us accountable and measure what we're doing and how we're doing it, so that consistency becomes not just an opportunity, but an advantage for us? Key takeaways today for consistency. We really, really want to focus on the fact that consistency is something that can be good or bad or neutral, but not all consistency is good. Constantly doing something bad will bring harmful results. And not necessarily doing something good can bring good results. Too much of a good thing can sometimes be a bad thing. Too much cupcakes, for example, can lead to obesity. So drastic example, but that's how consistently doing something that appears good can lead to something harmful or damaging to us. If you can make a habit of bad behavior, you can make a habit of good behavior, which means that you have it in you to change, to improve, to make your behavior, your thoughts, your actions more consistently positive than negative. If you find yourself consistently being pessimistic, you can, through positive thought, positive mental awareness, surrounding yourself with positive people consistently, improve the way you think, improve the way you act, and become more positive, become more forward thinking in maybe your thought process. And it's okay to change your mind. It's okay to improve. It's okay to go from one consistency to another if you're doing it thoughtfully and with the intention and with the hope that you will be your best self, and that best self will serve others in the best way in whatever area of influence you find yourself. I look forward to our talk tomorrow where we will continue down this road of individual influence and understanding how our best self for us individually can be and make the best for others, our teams. And we're going to talk about earning respect and how consistent positive behavior, accountability, and the things we've been talking about can culminate to earning respect and how important respect is and how easy it is to lose it. I hope you have a great day. We'll talk to you again tomorrow. Thanks.